Thank you, Kelly, for that. Well, politicians might want to consult my next guest because he has had a conversation, a rather extended conversation with Bankman-Fried. His name is Robert Mowry, joins us right now, the Rekt Tech partner. Robert, I do want to share some of that with our viewers, if you don't mind. This is from your conversation with him. Take a look.
In your mind, what would you really need to know to feel comfortable enough to testify?
That's a good question. I think that obviously some of this is going to depend on what they'd want to ask about and what they'd want to hear. But, you know, I'd want to feel like I was in a position where I could give, fairly complete answers to their questions where, I wasn't left saying, here's my best guess, but I really don't feel very confident in return to most of them. But, you know, at the end of the day, I want to be helpful to them as well. And so, we'll have to see what ends up happening there.
It was a fascinating conversation, Robert. I'm just curious, what do you think of where this is all going now?
Well, you're pressing on exactly the catch-22 that Sam is facing, where he's locked out of his accounts, his ability to get data by John Ray, who's administering the present state of FTX, and he needs data to be able to provide value to the committee. So I do not anticipate that he will appear, and until he gets that data, it seems like he can really not deliver any sort of value.
You know, a lot of people have leapt on this and compared it to the Bernie Madoff scandal, like a Ponzi scheme, and early investors are enticed in, you pay them off, et cetera, so early in the process. But what do you think of those analogies?
Well, I think just on something that you reported on a few minutes ago, that in many ways that the manipulation is a key part of the attribute here. This is not really an indictment in crypto as a whole, but when you're shorting tokens on FTX or various ones that Alameda may have had a hand in, you're getting cashed out. So whatever cryptocurrencies that are being traded, when it goes down and you have a short position in the futures or spot, you're getting stable coins or actual dollars that you can take to the bank. So if he's really doing those types of manipulative activities to get cash, you have to wonder, what does he need the cash for?
Do any of the people who've lost so much money have any chance in hell of getting it back?
I tell the people that I know, and it's mostly my clients in Europe that I work with, that they're likely not to get much because they would be junior creditors, and that's not an answer they want to hear. And I know people that are flying from Brussels, from London, to the Bahamas to try to find Sam, to get answers from Sam because they've lost millions. And that makes a huge dent in their net worth. So I'm deeply empathetic to that. But from everything that I'm seeing in terms of the hack and all of the parts that are being liquidated, I don't think they're going to see much of anything, sad to say.
Yikes. Robert Mowry, thank you very much for taking the time.